What's up, guys? Welcome to Realism Sports Talk episode 4. Today we got a few topics, but mostly today's show is going to be about replies and talking about what everybody's posting. I'm getting a whole lot of feedback, which I'm very grateful for. Thank you. I know we got a lot of new subscribers. We're up to 21 now, so that's really awesome. I appreciate y'all's feedback. That's what makes the debates more going. I love it like that. Like I said, 21 subscribers. Thank y'all. Keep passing the word. Let's get this going. Thank you, essential workers, frontline workers. Appreciate everything y'all are doing. So let's get into what y'all are talking about, what y'all getting at me about. The biggest thing y'all were getting at me about was Isaiah Thomas. Now listen, I didn't say he was the second best point guard. Michael Jordan did. I ain't never say that. All I was doing was simply stating the case for why he might be overlooked in some capacity for the teams that he took. And he daggone was this close to having a three-peat. And not many people can say that. Very few teams. So that's all I was trying to say. I think he did more with less. And like I was referring to the newer age Pistons with Rip Hamilton and Chauncey and all them. And no, Brandon, Chauncey Billups is not a Hall of Famer. I'm sorry. He's a Hall of very daggone good, but he's not a Hall of Famer. I'm sorry. He might be a Big Three Hall of Famer or something like that in the Big Three League with Ice Cube. That's about it, buddy. Sorry, I don't think so. He was eligible since, 98? And he still ain't there yet, so maybe some veteran committee of the basketball league when he's real old to put him in. I don't know. He was a daggone good player. I mean, don't get me wrong, but no, I'm not bitter that they beat Kobe in the finals when we had Karl Malone and all them. I'm not bitter about that anymore, hardly. I mean, Kobe did win one game at least by himself because nobody else wanted to do nothing. But anyway, and we heard a lot of people talk about Oscar Robertson, CB3. Tommy put in a whole lot of different people, Stockton, Steph Curry. And I still just can't put Steph up there yet like that. I mean, I know the stats might put him there, and I don't know. It's just something. And the more I researched it, here's gonna be my top. I'll give you my top 4. Okay, Magic is always gonna be my number 1. My number 2 is Jerry West. I mean, he played in the league 14 years. He made the All-Star team 14 times. And what I think makes him different than all these other point guards that y'all keep talking about, Damian Lillard and all this and this and this, he was 5 times Defensive Player of the Year. Not all defensive team. 5-time Defensive Player of the Year. I think that separates him way above Steph Curry and everything else. I mean, yeah, he don't have the finals record like a lot. He won once, but what, did he lose 7 times? I mean, come on, man. And look who he was losing to. He was losing to the Boston teams, that beat everybody. So Jerry West is my number 2. I'm sure I'll get a lot of feedback and backlash for that, but that's what it's all about, baby. Give it to me. Give it to me. My number 3 was the Big O, Mr. Triple-Double himself. It was non-existent for anybody to even come close to that until Westbrook started having these little couple years or whatever. But before that, it was like unheard of. And that's why I think he's number 3. And then I put Curry 4. Because I feel like the championships got the 2 MVPs and what's still to come. I think that he will wind up being, up there like that. We talked a lot about the players, who could play back then and who couldn't in that era. And people still giving me feedback about that, but Giannis' name kept coming up. And I think Giannis could play back then. I think he could because it wasn't a 3-point game back then. It was tough. You know what? I'm joking. He couldn't play back then. Are y'all serious? Why would y'all keep saying Giannis? Yeah, he was skilled or whatever, but what happened when the clamps came on him? When the claw got on him in the Eastern Conference Finals? They're up 2-0. You're the number 1 team in the East. You're up 2-0 against Toronto. Toronto says, okay, you know what? We're just going to stop you from going to the lane. We're going to beat you to the lane every time and make you stay out front. He didn't even want to bust through there at all. So how's he going to bust through them teams back then? Sorry, I don't think he could have done it. Now, certain players like Westbrook, I think he could have done it. It was some hard-nosed players I think could have played back then, but Giannis, I'm not sure about that. I saw it on Facebook. Everybody see that what Luke Walton was saying when he was watching The Last Dance. He said every time he watched it, he just kept on looking like Jordan. looked like Kobe, just on a different team. And I agreed with it, shared it and everything. And Rondo gonna come out talking about that's blasphemous. Why is it blasphemous? Just because he modeled his game after Jordan doesn't mean anything. A lot of people model themselves after somebody else, and then they become better than that. I mean, that's just the way life is sometimes. You model after greatness, but then when you get to there, you might just become greater. I'm just saying, I don't know. But it did look similar. I rewatched all 4 episodes again and pretended like I was watching Kobe, and it was very easy for me to do that. Just saying, Ronald. I know you're a Chicago boy. I know. And I'm getting a lot of feedback about one of my older episodes about, we were talking about the crowd noise and things of that nature and trying to figure out how they could play games, because I see they're trying to open up some facilities around. They're talking about the Lakers are trying to get a competitive advantage already. No, it's because LeBron knows that this is his best chance to win. If he's going to win, he better try to do it right now, because you don't know if Anthony Davis is going to stay or not. Supposedly he sold his house or something, or looking at a house in Chicago or where he's from. I mean, I hope not, but I'm scared to death over that, because if we lose Anthony Davis, oh Lord Jesus. I mean, I don't know, but you know, if they're talking about opening up training camps, which is scary, selfish me, yeah, you go out there and do that. I'm not trying to go out there and do that, but I'll watch it. Yeah, we'll see how that plays out. We'll see how that goes. But going back to the way I was saying about the crowd noise, Tommy, what'd you bring up, Tommy? You said, oh, well, LeBron is he's an architect and he needs the crowd noise to hide what I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear nothing like that. And Peyton Manning ain't need the crowd noise to do nothing. He Omaha all day long. I don't care if you got crowd noise or not. Omaha. You can say that with the crowd noise loud or with no crowd noise at all. You don't know what the heck he's getting ready to do. He's Omahaing you while he's looking at the defense. He's going to call his play. I don't want to hear nothing like that, because if you've been in the AAU gym, ain't nobody calling out, hey, we're going to run this back straight. No, you running plays and you making things happen. And when you get out there, the players are going to be fans out there. So you imagine the trash talking. Ain't gonna be nobody calling plays and switch on. Who cares? They're gonna be talking trash. It's gonna be fire. It's gonna be lit up. I want to see that. I want to see them. I want to see somebody on the court barking at somebody in the crowd that's not a fan. So you can't get in trouble for barking at a fan now, because that's one of your colleagues. I want to see them ripping at them. You next. I'm coming to get you next. Next game is you. That's what I'm talking about. And everybody would love to see that. Don't play. Everybody would love to see it. Brandon brought up how we were talking about Josh Rosen to New England. And Tommy brought up a good point. He said, what about Jacoby Brissett? He was already in the system. Now they got, what'd you call him? Oh man, Rivers. That's awful. Hey, he's a Hall of Famer, Rivers, unlike Chauncey Billups. But, yeah, and then they got the rookie. So, hey, why not? Jacoby Brissett, why not? I mean, he wasn't god-awful, but, I mean, who knows? I give up trying to figure out what the Patriots are going to do, tell you the truth. I give up figuring out what they're going to do. All I know is I'm excited to watch. Hopefully there's going to be a season. I hope to God there's going to be football. Talking about all football, talking about college football. I am definitely worried about college football. Like I said, on a selfish note, they're talking about, only because they brought up Navy football, and they're saying the 2 biggest games, money-wise, was the Notre Dame game, which is the first game, which is supposed to be in Dublin, Ireland. That ain't gonna happen. And then the Army-Navy game. So that's the 2 most money for Navy. If we don't get those games, they're talking about they could lose some scholarships. Now, granted, that affects other sports as well, but I worry about my son losing his scholarship. They're talking about, imagine the coach having to go in the living room saying, hey, your son or daughter doesn't have a scholarship anymore because of the coronavirus. How sickening is that going to be? I don't even want to think about it. I pray to God that don't never happen. But for anybody, not just for me, but for anybody, man. I mean, this is real life. Like, these are people's lives that are thinking about different things and going different ways, and this is probably the last thing anybody ever thought, you know. And now it's become the reality, especially when it's hitting home, in my home. So, obviously, safety is what's important for this world and everything else, but going forward, this will get better and better at some point, I'm assuming. I just hope there's no repercussions and drawbacks that can affect people in a certain way that it can affect people financially in their life as far as football goes, But like I said, plus I love college football. And college football can't play without the fans. I mean, can you really? Now, see, that's something different, Tommy, that I will agree with. I think college football would be harder to play without fans just because of that emotion to it. You have a connection with it, things of that nature. With NBA basketball, I look at them as you're paid athletes. You're paid. You can jump ship and be on somebody else's team tomorrow. So my loyalty doesn't lie with you as much as a university that maybe somebody attended or a loved one attended or your son or daughter attended. You get a connection with them. You have something that goes home with you. I'm a Laker fan. I can go to hell with LeBron James. I could care less. Care less if he left and went somewhere else. Tell you the truth. I had a connection with that dude, but I mean, that's just the way it is. I hope he wins for my team, but that's just the way life is. The crowd noise, in professional sports, I think that just affects momentum part, just momentum. I don't think it's a strategic part to it. I think it's momentum. It's freak shows. Think about the Titans versus Kansas City. That game was crazy in the beginning. Tennessee scored all these points, was way up on the Chiefs. But didn't everybody kind of feel like the Chiefs team is very explosive? I still feel like if they score here, they might score here, da-da-da-da. And then once they scored one, they got one big play, the crowd, the momentum of that escalated in. I think if they were in Tennessee, I don't think they would have came back and won. Because I don't think that momentum would have been there. The momentum would have been from the beginning with Tennessee. So, in some instances, I guess, the crowd noise can be a factor. But I think NBA basketball, we can get away from that. We can get away from that because, like I said, you're going to have other players in the stands that can serve as that. And I think they can be more rowdy than the fans sometimes because they've really taken this personal. And they've been in the trenches with you and against them personally. And I think that can be really volatile. And I want to see it. And I want to see it back. Another one was when the Falcons were playing the Patriots in the Super Bowl. Patriots are dead in the water many times. Many times. But then you always thought, still Tom Brady. One little thing happens, they're down by 16 points. Still in the fourth quarter. But hey, that's only 2 touchdowns and 2 extra points. How often do you ever say that? You know what I'm saying? But because of who it was, you thought, and then when that momentum started rolling, boom, and it just took off. So certain times, certain things, I think basketball can get away with it. Baseball too. I think they can get away with that crowd noise. It's just like you're playing travel ball or something. You got some fans out there, but whatever. People are talking about, you can hear people in the dugout. Well, get your dugout rowdy. Get your dugout rowdy then. Who cares? Cheer. Don't sit on your butt. Cheer. I'm not a sit on my butt type of person anyway. Anybody knows me from coaching or cheering for my son or daughter or anybody in the stands, I'm loud. I'm loud. I like to enjoy it. I'm passionate. I'm a fanatic. Let's have a good time. That's what it's all about. I don't go to games just to eat a little hot dog and drink a beer and sit down. No. I want to get in the game. I want to be around it. I want to be a part of everything. And that's what it is. So, but yeah, I'm anxious to see what some people say about stuff like that. I can already see my phone lighting. I can't wait. It's all good though. Going back to what I said a few days ago. Remember when I was talking about the recruits skipping NCAA and going to the G League? And I was like, you watch, man. It's going to be a trickle-down effect, man. There's something going on. I feel like, this could be a problem. Now, come to find another one just coming out. Going to the G League. They're talking about he's going to get $300,000. Yeah, everybody's not going to get $1 million. But shoot, you telling me I can get $300,000 for skipping 1 year of college and going to play basketball for something I like to do? Who's saying no? Who's saying no? Plus, you're going to be able to get your own shoe deal. You can go sign with agents and Nike and whoever else if you good like that to get $300,000, you don't think a shoe company is coming at you like, yo, hey man, You want to get a shoe deal? Yeah, go and add that, tack that on another year in advance. Come on, man. That's money now the NCAA going to talk about. Oh, well, we're going to have to figure out a way to pay all the players. That ain't going to be enough money because all the players don't need to be paid. And if they did, then they wouldn't be wanting the same. They wouldn't need the same amount of money. See, this is a problem. The NCAA has had a stranglehold on sports for so long, and ain't nobody said nothing about it because nobody wanted to, nobody wanted to attack them, and nobody wanted to mess with them. They were like this uncontrollable thing that nobody wanted to mess with because they would lose. And now the chink's coming in the armor, and people are going at them saying, "Hey, this is my right. I'm going to get this. I'm going to get this." I remember Maurice Claret and them tried to do it. It didn't work out for them, but that was just initial shots at them. Initial shots. And now it's about to blow up on the NCAA. Blow up. Because now they're going to try to come out and be like, oh, well, you whatever you do, you can get money for your likeness. You can get money for your likeness. Well, they can get their money for their likeness in the G League, too. They can get money for their likeness. They can get money for the team. They can get money for the shoe company. They can get money for a commercial. They can get money for everything. They ain't got to worry about nothing else. Ain't no more rules. Ain't no more looking over my shoulder who giving me money, who giving me a pat on my back. Oh, can I fly my girlfriend in for the bowl game? Oh, am I getting in trouble for this? Oh, there ain't no more of that. Too late, NCAA. You should have granted these things a long time ago. You should have let them have their money for their likeness a long time ago, and then you wouldn't have seen people doing all this stuff. People are going drastic because you've had a stranglehold on them for so long. And that's why. If they would have allowed people... If Zion, let's say Zion Williamson 2 years ago, like if this happened just now, if he's coming up and they're saying, hey, you want to go to Duke or you want to go to G League and make this and make all this and make all this and make all this, I think he might have changed his mind the way the things are rolling, He might be like, I'm not really trying to go to Duke now. But back in the day, if they would have said, hey, you can make money off your own self. Look at all these college athletes getting in trouble for pawning their stuff at pawn shops that they won, that they earned on the field, that they earned themselves to get, trying to make $1. Would you rather them get it from the booster so they can get kicked out of school? Because that's what would happen. You borrow money from somebody and they find out about it, then you're kicked out. So what do they want you to do? You can't have a job. You got to be football 24/7 because they ain't dedicating themselves to school 100%. I don't know how it works, but just a little thought in my mind says, they might get a little help. I don't know. But most of it's football because the football that they do brings the money to the schools. And the money to the schools goes to all the other sports. So it's like a big business. It's big business. Okay? But without the person that's doing the business ain't getting no money. And now you mad because they skipping your big business and they about to go over here and make their own money. And make their own brand without giving you a piece of it at all. And that's what's going to happen. And I'm telling you that's what's going to happen. NCAA, you behind the 8 ball now, boy. You stuck. I don't know what they're going to do. now. It's intriguing to find out. Have no idea what they're going to do now. I thought it was a pretty funny thing that just happened. Khalil Mack, Ladarius Mack, his brother just signed with the Bears. There you go, Ronald. Now you got 2 Macks. You got a Big Mac and a Little Mac on the Bears. How good they gonna be? I can't say that. My Reds. But what y'all think about this baseball situation? They talking about baseball starting, the end of June, early July, with like a 10-team division-only games or something. I'm like, come on, man, really? I think that's stupid. Do I think the baseball season is too long? Yes. But come on, why are you trying to mix in this and this? Just shorten your season. Make it mostly, do it like back in the old school before we had interleague play. You play your division, most of your games are get division teams, and then you play some, like if you're in the American Conference, you play the American teams, maybe 2 out of each one like football does. You play your division, then you play 2 other divisions or something like that. Do something like that. Why we gotta make it all crazy and combine this and this? You're just getting too much. You're just trying too much. You just simplify the things. Don't get all crazy. Just simplify whatever you can do to make it happen. I think we're going way overboard with trying to make it something it's not. Or, like they're talking about pushing everything back further. Basketball, we're going to push all the way back this far, and then we'll start the new year at Christmas. I don't know about y'all, but when football season's in, I'm watching football in December. I mean, I don't watch basketball until Christmas Day games. To tell you the truth, I might peep and just check out who won and lost, but I ain't watching no games because I'm watching the Christmas games. I'm watching the Christmas games. That's the beginning of the year for me because I'm in football mode, fantasy football mode, regular football mode, college football bowl mode. I'm in football mode. Football is everything those time of the year. So I'm all about pushing that back a little bit. Nobody care about no baseball anyway. Sorry. Some people do. I mean, I care about baseball. I ain't gonna lie, but I'm a football basketball guy. I can't front. So let me know what y'all think about the baseball thing. And how about we feel about the basketball season getting pushed down and starting in December anyway? I like that better. I don't know about you guys. I know this show was mostly about what y'all were talking about. Y'all brought the topics to me, so I appreciate it. I love the fact that I'm getting some conflicts. Most of the stuff I was getting before was agreeing. I like not agreeing. And pretty soon I'll have some people with me. I'll have people debating with me. I'm working on getting some other people to come up, be a part of it, different venues and things like that. So stay with me, guys. Stay with me. Keep promoting it. Push it. The more people on here, the merrier. The more we can all have fun with it. That's what it's all about, man. Especially during times like this. Sucks. Glad we get to see family and everything, but miss everybody else. You know what I mean? Thanks for tuning in. Subscribe, like it, share with everybody. Let me know. See you next episode. Thank y'all.